The only thing you need to get strong time as a piano player is a metronome and a little creativity. One of the biggest weaknesses I see in a lot of piano players is they can't really play things in time. They might be able to find a few chords here and there, but they can't dominate the time and generate the time. And I found that as I got really strong with my time, I started to get a lot more gigs, a lot more opportunities. I started to be the musician people were looking up to. So if you're struggling with your time, here's what I want you to do. First of all, if you're not using the metronome at all, start using the metronome. Have it by the keyboard every time you practice. The metronome will expose exactly where you're out of time and help you know what to practice. If you are using the metronome and you're finding you're not getting the best results you can out of it, a way to bring it to the next level is to use the metronome in more creative ways. See, when you have the metronome click every beat, it counts for you. You can kind of turn your brain off, and then you don't have to be as responsible for the time. So what we want to do is actually take beats away with the metronome. So you can do this with certain metronomes. You can turn beats on and off, like on this one, or you could just change the tempo. But for example, if I'm at 120 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I just cut that in half, 120 down to 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now the metronome's giving me half as much information, but I'm at the same tempo. What if I cut it off? It's playing 2 times the measure. What if I cut it in half again? Down to 30. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now the metronome is only clicking once a measure. This is going to up my responsibility to the time dramatically. One exercise I give to almost every student is to be able to play all of your major triads through the circle of fourths. If you can do this with the metronome as whole notes with the metronome on beat 1, you're automatically going to be focused on the time way more than you would have before. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. And just like that, I had to focus way more on the time when the metronome's going, because if I do it without the metronome, I could be a little late or a little early and nobody's really going to know. But when I turn the metronome on, oopsie, I was a little early. Forces me to think about the time way deeper. Another thing you can do, exact same tempo on this metronome, is play a scale. Again, the metronome is helping us show us where the time is, but it's not holding our hands the whole way through like it would if we had it click every beat. 2 more things you could do is you could play a melody. Let's go, if you watch my videos, you know how much I love simple melodies. You could also improvise. I'm going to improvise a chorus over the F blues. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so on and so forth. Playing with the metronome where it's giving you just a fraction of the beats is going to help you be locked into something that is 100% accurate on the time, but make sure you're responsible for the time the whole way through. If you play with the metronome on all 4 beats, it's going to hold your hand the whole way, and you might actually miss when you're a little late, when you're a little early, because the metronome's constantly checking in. Have the metronome go less, and you have to focus on the time even harder. We could get even more extreme about this. If I put this down to 15. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, every 2 measures. I was a little late because I talked. And I was a little off on that one. Honestly, I could stand a practice on that, but just a testament to how deep you can go with metronome practice. So if you want to work on your time feel, make sure you download a metronome. This one I have right here, Pro Metronome, is free. There's hundreds of free metronomes on smartphones. You can go old school with an analog metronome if you don't want to be distracted by your phone while you're practicing. And you can use it in creative ways. This is just like a touch into how many different ways you can use the metronome. And if you start committing to practicing with this, to focusing on making your time feel really good, it's going to clean up everything in your playing. Happy practicing.